Sometimes we need to calculate the value of the capacitors of a three-phase motor for a start with a single-phase supply. But on the internet we find several methods that use different formulas, and the results, in some cases, vary considerably. So which formula is the correct one for such a case? Join me to find out. First, I will take as an example a plate of a three-phase motor of 1.5 kilowatts that is equivalent to 2 HP, which will find the value of the start capacitor using different formulas and see what result it gives us. Here is one of the formulas used to calculate the capacitance of the capacitor. This formula tells us the following. The capacitance is equal to 1, divided by 2 phi times the frequency and the reactance, where the reactance is equal to the voltage squared, multiplied by the power factor, all this divided by the motor power. Usually, we get this data from the motor nameplate. So, if we replace this data in the formulas we have, the voltage to be considered is the triangle configuration or the lowest voltage indicated on the plate, which is 220. The power, on the plate, indicates that it is 1.5 kilowatts, but in the formula it must be considered only in watts, so it would be equal to 1500. In the end, the result for the capacitance gives us 1.02 times 10 raised to the minus 4. If we move the decimal point 2 digits to the right, then we have 102 times 10 raised to the minus 6, which is a submultiple of the micro, so we would have that the capacitance of the capacitor according to this formula should be approximately 102 microfarads. Now, let's look at a second formula, which is also widely used to calculate the capacitance of the run capacitor. This formula tells us that the value of the capacitance must be equal to 2655 multiplied by the nominal current of the motor, divided by the operating voltage. If we take the data from the same plate that was used for the previous formula, we have that the value of the capacitance is approximately 69 microfarads. Note that with this formula the value of the capacitance in microfarads comes out directly. There is a third formula that tells us that the value of the capacitor is approximately 70 multiplied by the power of the motor in kilowatts. Therefore, if we replace this data, we obtain that the value of the capacitor would be approximately 105 microfarads. If we compare the results of the three formulas, we see that the value of Formula 1 and 3 are almost equal, and that is because Formula 3 was deduced from the first. As for the second formula, the result is quite different, right? So there is the confusion of several of our friends and colleagues, since we do not know what value to take. If we use any of these three values to start a three-phase motor with a single-phase supply, it will work. The difference is that if the capacitor value is lower, it may need a start capacitor apart from the run capacitor. But the question is, which one is correct? Well, here we are going to find out. Let's deduce the first formula. To do this, I have here some formulas that have been obtained from some books on electric motors, which will help us verify if we are correct. The problem may be in the inductive reactance, since the power taken there, according to the formula, is the electric power, but when we take the power from the motor plate we take the value of the nominal power or mechanical power. I am going to take the power formula of a single-phase inductive circuit. If we multiply this by the resistance on each side and pass the power to the denominator, we obtain the following equivalence. But, let's remember that voltage is current times resistance according to Ohm's law. So it can also be represented as voltage, and from there we get the voltage squared in the equation. Reactance is measured in ohms, so it is replaced by resistance. In the end we have the equation where we can conclude, for reactance it was taken from a formula for a single-phase circuit and not a three-phase circuit, since in this case it would be necessary to multiply it by the square root of 3. In addition, the power seen in reactance is the electrical power. Some friends will say, inductive reactance is equal to 2 phi times the frequency and the inductance of a coil. Of course, that is the formula, but here we are deducing how they made the deduction of the initial reactance. But here the question is, why don't we use the formula for the useful power of the three-phase motor? Let's look at that formula, let's see what it gives us. We do the same procedure as the previous deduction. We multiply by the resistance on each side, we order, and at the end we obtain the formula for reactance, but this time assuming that it is for a three-phase motor. We see then that there is a difference in the result with respect to the reactance formula that was taken previously. Now we include the efficiency of the motor, which is equal to the useful power divided by the electrical power. It should be noted that the useful power of a motor is the same as the mechanical power or nominal power that is specified on the motor plate. So we say that, for a three-phase motor, the correct value for the reactance would be what we obtained here at the end. Now, if we calculate with this new formula, taking into account that the motor efficiency must be expressed, not as a percentage, but in the range from 0 to 1, we obtain as a result that the value of the capacitor's capacitance is approximately 69.8 microfarads. This result is very different from the one obtained initially, right? According to Formula 2 that we used, we obtained a result of 69 microfarads, which is the same as the result obtained with the new reactance formula. So we can conclude that Formula 2 is equivalent to Formula 1 shown here since both give the same result. To finish, I am going to analyze what they took into account for Formula 2 to have the number 2655. In the reactance formula we have the useful or mechanical power of the motor. I am going to replace that power with its equivalent that was shown previously. We simplify everything and in the end we have that the inductive reactance is equal to the voltage divided by the current. If we replace that in the capacitance formula, then in the end we have that the capacitance would be equal to the current divided by 2 phi times the frequency and by the voltage. But since the current is the nominal current of the motor, then we get the final formula as shown. Tell me if that formula has a resemblance to Formula 2. If we assume that the frequency of the grid is 60 Hz, and we put in its value of phi which is 3.14, then we get 2.654 times 10 raised to the minus 3, multiplied by the current divided by the voltage. If we move the decimal point to the right to obtain the subunit 10 to the minus 6 which is the micro, we finally obtain that the value of the capacitance is approximately 2654 times the nominal current divided by the voltage. This result is very similar to Formula 2, so we already know where the number 2655 comes from. In some manuals we can also find the number 2650, which in the end is almost the same because the result only varies in the decimals. After all this analysis, I came to the following conclusion. The value of the capacitance of the capacitors for three-phase motors with single-phase supply can be obtained using either of the two formulas, obviously already analyzed and modified. From the first formula, the following can be deduced. If the voltage is 220 and the frequency is 50 or 60 Hz, then the value of the run capacitor would be approximately 50 multiplied by the power in kilowatts, or 37 multiplied by the power in HP. And the value of the start capacitor is twice the value of the run capacitor. From the second formula, the following can be deduced. If the frequency is 60 Hz, as for example in Peru, then the value of the run capacitor would be approximately 2655 multiplied by the nominal current of the motor divided by the operating voltage. But, if the frequency is 50 Hz, as for example in Argentina or Spain, then the number that multiplies is approximately 3183. Obviously, if we have all the data from the motor plate, it is better and advisable to use the main formulas since they would have less margin of error. Comment below if what I just showed you is correct or if there are any observations. To see if you understood and that you reached the end of the video, I am going to leave you an example. According to the nameplate of this motor, calculate the motor efficiency and calculate the value of the start and run capacitors. Write the results in the comments. If you want to know about something else, also tell me below. See you later.